Hello, my name is Brad, and again, this is my second video blog. It's about the top 10 technological advancements throughout human history. So, first, I'll start off with my criteria for choosing these. There were three main things. One is how widely spread, used, and adopted was this invention at the time it was created and now. The second was the impact that it had in terms of whether it increased efficiency, whether it connected the world more, whether it created more jobs and economic growth, and so forth. So the impact of the invention on individuals' lives at that moment. And then the third criteria is the impact that that invention had 200, 300 years down the road. So the lasting impact of it. So again, how widely spread it was, the impact it had immediately, and the lasting impact of the invention. So I'll first start with the wheel. This is the fourth millennium BC, and obviously it's been around for thousands of years. So it has a huge lasting impact. It had an immediate impact of making things a lot more efficient for the people, the ancient Greeks and so forth who lived back then, and it also sort of ushered in the early Bronze Age. So it was very important and widely adopted there. The second thing is the printing press, and this is around the 15th century. This is a device for evenly printing ink, and this basically increased literacy rates. So that was its effect, and obviously that's very important, and it sort of led the way for the information age. So it also had a huge lasting impact there. The third is the discovery of electricity, and this obviously widely spread in a variety of applications, from cars, lights, phones, refrigerators, and so forth. So obviously it's been used in so many different applications, and it's still used. It's still like a baseline and a fundamental property that we use right now. So it has a huge lasting impact. The cotton gin. So this not only was more efficient in terms of being able to produce cotton, but it also prolonged slavery, which was a huge economic and cultural impact that it had many years after it was invented. The fifth is the telephone. So this connected the world. It made things more efficient, and it also allowed people to share information a lot quicker. So it had an immediate impact and a lasting impact there. The seventh is the engine, and this is very important. And I'm talking about an internal combustion engine here. It's very important for land vehicles, so automobiles, motorcycles, locomotives, and ships, which obviously contribute to transportation and connect the world more, and again, also make things a lot closer to each other and allow us to share information and so forth. The next one is the light bulb. So this is very important for prolonging work hours. So the light bulb really moved us into an age of being able to work at nighttime and being able to work effectively at nighttime. So that obviously had a lasting impact way beyond its years. The next one is the airplane. So the reason I chose this one is because it created a whole different way of transportation. It allowed you to travel pretty much anywhere in the world within a matter of hours, where typically it would take days or even weeks. So this sort of contributed to that globalization process, the idea of the world becoming a lot closer and connected. And this was invented in the early 20th century by the Wright brothers, and it transports hundreds of millions of people each year. The last one, or the second last one, is the internet. This is very important because it created sort of an entirely new platform for people to engage. And there's also been a ton of products, a ton of money, and a ton of economic growth due to the jobs that have been created that have resulted from the internet. Again, it further connected the world and also contributed to globalization. And the last one are mobile phones. So this took the idea of the original telephone and allowed people to connect with anyone in the world at any time from anywhere. So this really was sort of the last step in that, again, that globalization process that was going on. And interesting to note here, the total value of mobile phone paid media content exceeded internet paid media content and was worth $31 billion. So obviously a lot of economic activity that revolves around the internet, the computer, and mobile phones. So that contributed a lot to economic growth as well, and led to creation of jobs and employment and so forth. So that's the 10 technological advancements, and thank you for listening.